At the Jackson Symphony Orchestra, Dr. Matt Aubin. Good morning.
Hey guys,
How are
good
you?
to see you. Yeah, good, very good.
Must be we have a concert coming up.
We've got a concert coming up. Yep, this weekend we have performances downtown in Weatherwax Hall, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, a Sunday matinee, which is a nice thing that we don't always do.
Yeah.
Right?
So 3 shows, you've got quite the collab going.
Yeah, it's felt a little crazy. I won't lie. We're trying this whole season to honor different groups that we've had good relationships with over the years, and so for this one, we're doing some selections with Ballet Chelsea with dancers. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that's tough about that is in Weatherwax Hall, it'll be a little bit of a tight space. Yeah. But for the audience, those dancers will be right up front and close.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. So, and it's all a program just of French music and kind of spans from the beginnings of French orchestral music, which is around 1750, all the way to a piece as written in 2017.
Wow. Nice. Yeah, you might get a pirouette in your face.
You might, yeah. Watch out for those tutus, right? Yeah, for sure.
So it's a theme with all these pieces, the ballet Mother Goose.
Yeah. Mother Goose is the last piece we'll do. It's a piece by Maurice Ravel. When people, if people are classical music aficionados, they'll probably know the names Ravel and Debussy. Like those are 2 famous composers that were really composing at the beginning of the 20th century. And Ravel was somebody that would go to a dinner party with friends and see like little kids playing and just be very like fascinated with what they were doing, and it stoked his imagination, and he decided that he did something that some composers have done from time to time, which is he wrote little pieces for the kids. Mm-hmm. So they're actually a set of 5 piano pieces that were based and inspired by different fairy tales, and they're pretty simple, and so they're just for like 1 piano, 4 hands, for like picture 2 9-year-olds on the bench playing them, and they were such a hit that he then orchestrated them, and then from there that was a hit, and he wrote full ballet music, so he included some interludes in between. So it's about a half an hour piece, and takes inspiration from things like Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast, and The Enchanted Garden, and Tom Thumb, among others.
Cool. Should be a great show.
Yeah.
And this is right up your alley because France is your favorite country.
That's right. France is my favorite country. Yeah, I'm just living in America here, biding my. As you know, I study a lot of French music, and especially this one composer, Fernand de Crook. And as I mentioned before, we've kind of discovered her music, rediscovered it. It was sitting in boxes, written in the 30s and the 40s for great players. And one of the things she did, along with some other French composers back in the middle of the 20th century, she wrote a harpsichord concerto. A harpsichord's like a piano, but it's the predecessor of the piano. And the difference is that the strings aren't hit with a hammer, but they're plucked with a quill. And so it's a very like tinny, old-fashioned sound. And eventually it fell out of favor because it couldn't do as much as the piano could do. Piano could sustain, it could play soft and loud, whereas the harpsichord kind of just has 1 volume. It's on or off. And so, but in the 20th century, some people kind of revisited the past and wrote some pieces. And so this might be the premiere of this work almost 80 years later than when it was written in 1946.
What's it like for you when you're getting to work in France?
Oh, so yeah, that was, well, the hardest thing was, even though I'm pretty conversational when it comes to speaking French, I rehearsed in French for the first time with French musicians. Oh, wow. And it was a combination of professionals and high-level students. And so just to remember how to count backwards and, and say, 8 before letter A in French, or even, believe it or not, note names. Like, I don't in my daily life think about calling a quarter note in French, or an eighth note. Those are things that I had to learn the music vocab and study it a little bit more. But It was a lot of fun. It was, at the end of the day, there was a performance at a very beautiful conservatory, and we did a piece by Saint-Saëns that hadn't been played. And again, I guess I'm getting in this niche of rediscovering music, but it had been thought to be lost and has been recently rediscovered. And I was there for that and a big festival, a concert in a beautiful church in Paris. It was really
cool.
Really cool. Yeah.
So how do you say this? Ballet Français?
Ballet Français.
Français.
Français, yeah, there you
Yes.
go.
You
Yeah.
speak a little French, don't you?
Oui.
That's how much he speaks right there.
That's right. You don't want to take him with you on your next trip.
Maybe we'll see. He's a cosmopolitan guy, so he might fit in very well, right?
So it's the same concert, 3 different performances.
Yeah.
So you just pick which is most convenient to you and make plans to go.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday. I will tell you, Saturday is, if it's not already sold out, it's pretty close. Sunday is next in line. I think we have the most availability for Friday. So if you want really good seats, maybe check out Friday. But again, all of them are available at this point.
And this is Mahan Estefani.
Yeah. So Mahan, I picked him up from the airport yesterday. Mahan is Iranian. He came to America when he was about 8 years old, grew up in Maryland. He was talking to me, we were talking about UConn, how I went to UConn, and he said his family were Terrapin fans at Maryland and remembers UConn beating them all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And so we had a little laugh about that, but he's actually one of the rare people that has made his living as a harpsichord soloist, and he also lives in Prague. He said he's almost has Czech citizenship. So he's there and flew in on a flight yesterday, and yeah, so it's going to be a blast to work with him.
Yeah, it sounds like a great show. So get your tickets, call the JSO 782-3221 or visit jacksonsymphony.org. Have great shows.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
The maestro, Matt Aubin. More of the morning show. Stay with us.